Abandoned places always have a way of drawing the curious, but sometimes curiosity leads to terror. This is the story of four friends who broke into an abandoned hospital, hoping for a thrill. What they found inside was far beyond anything they could have imagined. Act 1. The Dare. It started as a dare. The hospital had been abandoned for years, surrounded by rumors of hauntings and disappearances. But these friends weren't scared, or at least that's what they told each other. The plan was simple: go inside, explore for an hour, and leave. Easy, right? But as they stepped through the broken doors, the air felt heavy, like the building was holding its breath. Act 2. Strange noises. The first floor was eerily quiet except for the occasional creak of the floorboards. They joked to keep the mood light, but deep down each of them felt uneasy. Then they heard it. A faint, rhythmic tapping coming from upstairs. They told themselves it was just the wind, but the sound grew louder, and soon it wasn't just tapping. It was footsteps. Slow, deliberate footsteps, as if someone or something was walking toward them. Act 3. The shadow in the operating room. They found themselves in what used to be an operating room. The walls were covered in graffiti, but the eerie feeling of the place hadn't faded. One of them joked about the ghost of a surgeon still roaming the halls. That's when they saw it. A shadow moving across the wall. But no one was there. The air turned icy cold, and one of them swore they heard a voice whisper, "Get out." Act 4. Locked in. Panic set in when they realized they couldn't find their way out. Every door they tried was locked, and the hallways seemed to stretch endlessly, leading them in circles. One of them swore they had seen the exit just minutes before, but now it was gone. And then, the lights began to flicker. Dim at first, then flashing violently. Shadows danced on the walls, growing darker and more menacing with each flicker. They weren't alone. Something was watching them, and it didn't want them to leave. Act 5. The basement. With no other options, they decided to head to the basement, hoping to find another way out. But as they descended, the air grew colder, and the faint smell of decay filled their noses. In the basement, they found strange symbols drawn on the walls, symbols none of them recognized. And in the corner, an old hospital bed sat beneath a broken window, its sheets stained and torn. Then they heard it again, the footsteps. But this time they weren't alone. A figure emerged from the shadows, its face obscured, its movements jerky and unnatural. Act 6. The escape. Somehow they found an exit. They didn't stop running until they were far from the hospital, their hearts pounding with fear. When they finally turned around, the hospital was dark and silent, as if nothing had happened. They never spoke of what they saw inside, but each of them had the same haunting thought. Whatever was in that hospital, let them leave, but only because it wanted them to spread its story. Some places are abandoned for a reason. Would you dare step inside the hospital after hearing this story? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more chilling tales. And remember, sometimes it's better to leave the past undisturbed.